According to RT.com, Macron says it doesn't look like Trump will stay in the Iran nuclear deal. Article came out on April 25th, was edited April 26th. French President Emmanuel Macron in Washington, D.C. French President Emmanuel Macron believes U.S. President Donald Trump is leaning towards getting the U.S. out of the Iran nuclear deal. The U.S. leader is not going to go back on his pre-election promise, Macron told media. Just like you do, I listen to what President Trump is saying, and it seems to me that he is not very much eager to defend the Iran nuclear deal. I have in mind that it is a campaign commitment that he has made a long time ago. So I do know what the Americans' decision will be. But if you take a rational look at the announcements and the comments made by President Trump, it seems to me that he will not do his utmost to preserve the JPOA, Macron said during a press conference at the George Washington University at the end of his 3-day trip to the U.S. Macron also reiterated his plan to expand the nuclear deal with Iran to include provisions for restraining Tehran's influence in the Middle East. He called the JCPOA, under which Iran agreed to abandon its nuclear program and which is set to expire in 2025. If it does not fall apart before that, just one of the 4 pillars. And remember, Donald Trump has the 4 pillars, that thing that came out. The others include forcing Iran to also abandon its ballistic missile development and containing its influence in Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon. In return, the Western powers will not reintroduce economic sanctions against Tehran. The fact that he appears to be unable to change Trump's mind on the deal, which has been hanging in the balance for over a year, does not mean that the trip was a failure, Macron said. Nothing that his goal was to push a new, much broader agreement that would include Iran and the U.S. I want to be the most honest broker of the situation, Macron said. He went on to praise the U.S. president's deal-making skills, saying what he called the U.S. strategy of increasing tension with Iran can bear fruit. Bear fruit. His experience with North Korea is that when you are very tough, you make the other side move, and you could try to go a good deal or a better deal, Macron said, calling Trump a deal maker. A deal maker. The Antichrist is a deal maker. Y'all sleep on this man. He going through, he knocking the nations down. They signing right to the beast. Come on, man. The analysts are skeptical that Tehran would accept any new deal, especially one that simply makes more demands of it since it has lost any trust it might have in the U.S. and its allies. This is completely self-illusion to think that you can arrive at a new deal by linking it to a non-nuclear issues, regional issues, etc., etc. Because Iran, for its part, can advance its counter-argument that Yemen should be brought in the U.S. and French misbehavior, the rogue, unliteral aggression against Syria, Kaveh Arasi, a former advisor to Iran nuclear negotiators, told RT. So, there you have it, folks. It's supposed to go down May 12th. And remember, in my dream, there was a 12, a 21, and a 22. And it seems like May 12th is a big day for Mr. Trump. It's a big day.